Hi, it's Malcolm here and welcome to another video. So in this video I want to talk about the AvB market and Bernard's idea about using TTS software to find selections. So Bernard posted this the other day. He's posted it before several months back. He had done this but hadn't done it for a while, so was trying again. And basically he just uses the 1/3 column. Also, if there are tips for them, that is a plus. But let me explain that a little better by showing you this actually in TTS and Betfair. So the AvB markets don't often appear until 15 to 10 minutes before the race, and they're not in every race. So if I went to Perth, they are there now. That's 15:50, so that's quite up to that kind of time. But probably if I went to 16 down, they're there as well. So sometimes they're early, sometimes they're late. You can't really tell. In the mornings they don't seem to come about, but later in the afternoon they seem to be there a bit later, so, or a bit earlier. So I don't know, but they're not always there first thing when you have a look at them, but they do seem to be today. So and basically the idea behind it is you select a runner that you think is going to win. So you can sometimes it show up AvB there, and sometimes it'll be under more or whatever. It depends on how many different types of bets there are on the race card. So if we have a look at this one, we can see that we've got this runner here and this runner here. Now all it is the first past the post. It's not the one that wins the race. It's nothing to do with winning the race. It's just who passes the post before the other. So in this particular case, they're expecting this runner to pass the post before this runner. So if we have a look at the TTS cards now, this is all based around the TTS cards, and we go to that race, which was the I've forgotten already the 1600 Doncaster race. So if we go there and come down to it, now I've sorted by 1/3 column already, and you can see that we've got a list of the runners in the race. So we go back to those two and see this one and this one. So what you'll often find is that they may well be tipped by the same number of tipsters. I've noticed that often Betfair will kind of pick them when they've been tipped by the same number of tipsters. In this case, we've got a 3 and a 4. Now the idea is that we look at the 1/3 column. We could look at the TP column as well if you wanted to, and look which one has the most. So in this case, Molly Shaw has, it was Molly Shaw, wasn't it? Yeah, Molly Shaw has 102, and the other one, which I'm not going to pronounce, has 61. So in this particular case, Molly Shaw has a higher 1/3 rating, but it has less tips, 3 or 4. So often the way to do this is wait until you find a top 1/3 runner with tips against another one. So, but if you were looking at it from just the 1/3, then you would put Molly Shaw as the possible winner between the two of them. So you would go on this one instead of this one. You can see the prices are really close. Let's have a look at another one. So let's have a look at 1605. So we've got Out for Justice and the favourite. So Out for Justice is at got 6 tips and 143, and the other one, which was the whatever, is right down here. It has got 3 tipsters, but it's way down at 88. So this would be a good case to go for Out for Justice. Yes, purely because it's got a top rating of 1 on the 1/3 column. It's got more tipsters. The TP rating is quite high, but still not as high as the green rating here. So this one would be probably our selection if we were going to go on this one here. And there's not a lot of money in this market. Sorry, there's not a lot of profit in this market, no matter which one you go on. But if I were going to go on either of them, then it would be Out for Justice. And that basically is how it's done. Is you just go down. And you can use other things to help out. Like you could look at how often they do better than expected. So Out for Justice is 1, so this one is -1, so you'd expect Out for Justice to do a bit better in play. Go to the main market. Yeah, they see they're close on the main market as well, but this one is expected, well, to win in effect, but everything else kind of points to Out for Justice. So it's, you know, it's a matter of what you think, but that's the general idea. You just kind of come along 1/3. Yeah, okay, that's the top one. This is quite a reasonably clear-cut race to go on if you're going to use this method. A lot going for Out for Justice against this runner here. So they both came first last time out and everything. So I'd be inclined to go for Out for Justice in this particular video, and I'm just going to. It's not for a while, but I'll put a bet on there, and we'll see if that comes in later. It's not going to be massive amounts of money, but I'll put it on anyway, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I'll come back a bit later and see whether we won or not. Yeah, of course you can't, but that would be my preferred one in that race, and it's basically all you do is go down and then look for the 2. I don't know if 1620 is up yet. Did I say it was? Yeah, it is. So just go back to the win market. We've got Blazing Port and Shaw's Bridge. So it's the second and third runner in this case. So these two are right down here. So I probably the only reason you might want to consider this is because that's got 5 tips maybe, but you know, these are really close, and they're low on the rating scale, so I'd probably leave that one alone. 1630 Doncaster. What are we talking about? Lasting Legacy in that one. So we've got Lasting Legacy up here with 4, and not a green, but you know, within the top 2. And what was the other one? Motor. So he's right down here with 2 and no information really. So this is a bit of a weird race really. 4th last time out. So again, I'd probably go for Lasting Legacy out of those 2. If you looked at the ratings, this doesn't really have any ratings, which always makes it a little bit more awkward. But that's just basically kind of what you're trying to do, and that's kind of what Bernard put in the post. So you know, you can develop it from there and maybe pick on particular races where it's only, you know, we've only got the green rating as one of the runners, and then the other runner has to be down with less tipsters and that kind of thing. You can improve that idea or that method, but that's the basic idea. As you can see, I got a much better price on Out of Justice if I'd have waited until nearer the post, so that might be something to take into consideration, is not to go too early.
Justice has come from last to first to win the first race back at Worcester, and Out for Justice beats Ocean Voyage. A hardy home in
So
third.
the only thing that I was mad about, of course, is that Out for Justice won the race, and I could have got a much better price because that went off at 240, 2 something. So you know, if I'd have waited, I'd have got a better price. But you can see that it worked. I got Out for Justice. Out for Justice actually won the race, and that was quite a good. You know, it was a top green rated, and a hardy, as I pronounced it, was down here. So that just goes to show sometimes the cars can pick up some good runners, and that one won the race. So. Yeah, basically that's how it works. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.